right, welcome to 30 Steps in 30 Days to Fix Your Credit. What I will do in these lessons is go over step by step with you 30 different lessons that can take 30 days or can take shorter or longer depending on how fast you move through each one of these lessons to work on building your credit, fixing it, and getting yourself organized and straightened out. Most of these lessons I will move quickly through, at least these early ones, and it's designed so that you can do one lesson a day for 30 days. Um, and it won't take your whole day, it won't take your whole night. You can slowly work on building your credit up and going through each one step by step. Some of them you may need to go back to over and over, especially in inquiries and disputes, to make sure you get it right. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to work on this 30 steps in 30 days to fix your credit. And let's begin. So here you are on the front page of destroyyourdebt.org. And the first thing we have to do, at least today's an easy day, is get your credit report. So, if you already have a credit report, great. If not, go up here to Credit Reports on the web page, click it, and you will find a variety of credit reports to choose from. Feel free, as I scroll down, choose from any of these. The information on any of these are the same, but it's just a different way you're going to look at each one of them. What you're really looking for is to get a couple of things. One, all three of your credit scores, not just one. We need all three credit scores as well as all three credit reports, because we really need to work on getting your credit score fixed by all three of the credit bureaus. Therefore, even if you choose Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax, make sure you get all three. The next thing you want to do is get some type of credit monitoring service. Why? Because if you do have bad credit, you want to monitor that service to make sure that the steps we take during these 30 days work to correct your credit and raise your credit up. It's important to keep track of it. If you don't keep track of it, you could find yourself in a lot of trouble. For example, I'll give you of myself. I was having my credit monitored as I was fixing it a few years ago, and I was paying down debt and doing the same thing that I'm teaching you guys to do. And I had the credit monitoring service, which wasn't bad, about $20 a month. I spent that on junk before that. This was pretty important. Well, I got an email that I lost 30 points, and then another email I lost 15 points the next day. Well, I was paranoid. I logged in, and I found out it's because I had put one of my student loans in deferment. By putting it into deferment, my credit score dropped immediately. So I immediately pulled it out of deferment, made arrangements to pay just the interest on the student loan because I was paying down other student loans at the same time, and moved to get my credit score back up. If I was not paying attention to that, I didn't have the monitoring service, it could have been a disaster because that loan was supposed to be in deferment for 6 months. So in 6 months, I don't know how much damage I could have done to my credit score. So I know you might be scared. I know you might be nervous right now. I know the things that go through your mind is, I don't even want to know. I don't want to look at it. The sooner you get to look at it and get working on it, the sooner you can get things corrected. If you procrastinate and wait, when you really need to work on your credit, it'll be too late. You need to work on this stuff now. My suggestion is you're here, you're interested in doing it. I know this is the most difficult step, is getting your credit report and finding out what's on it. But I have the utmost faith that once you do, you'll work with me step by step, lesson by lesson, and get your credit cleaned up, get your credit improved, and get your credit score back on track. So, any of you, please log on to Destroy Your Debt, or you're already logged on listening to the lesson, so you might have to step outside this video. Get the credit report, download it, and find it from there. Pick any which one you choose. If you pick, I'll pick this one, Free Credit Online Scores. It'll take you here. Now this, you get your 3 free credit scores in 3 easy steps. Make sure you get it. You also get daily credit monitoring and alerts. And here they'll give you an example, and $1 million of theft insurance if you want. There's different packages, so make sure you read it. Now, if you choose this one, this is what your report will look like. It comes through on ScoredSense. This is Bob Byer. Obviously, it's not a real person. And what it's going to do is give you a summary here of each one of your accounts. Either you have a real estate installment accounts, maybe a car or so forth, revolving accounts, which are credit cards, and then there's other accounts here. If you scroll down, you'll see a derogatory information, which is different on each one of these credit reporting agencies, because some things are reported to some agencies. You're looking at right here at past due amounts, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and it's marked within the boxes here. Public record and court information. You may have a tax lien. These are things that we can get corrected. So first things first is to get your report. There's other on here, credit information. And once you go through this, you'll probably be overwhelmed depending on how long it is or how many reports you have. But you may be overwhelmed when you look at this. That's why we're going to go over these in a lot more detail the next day. Today, the first day, the first lesson, I'm proud of you that you got your report. You can look through it. You can move to the next lesson immediately. But what you need to do is get that lesson, get yourself started, and begin. Now I'm going to close this box and I'm going to show you. I have another example. If you went to creditreport.com, what you'll see is their report online will look something like this, where it's going to have the three reports on here, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. If you look here at report summary, when you go through the information, it's very important that you read all of the information. Okay, this is extremely important. You need to read the information before you click and purchase anything, because a lot of times you may be signing up for things that you don't know, or you didn't. For example, on this report, it shows your Experian account, but it does not show the Equifax or TransUnion. So here you have to see all three. You have to pay more to see all three, but it's important that you do see all three. Now here it shows in your real estate revolving account installments, if there's delinquents and other accounts, what's in collections, if there is anything in collections. The next step to look at bankruptcy and court judgments, if there's any against you. In here we show that there's a district court, there's a suit, there's a bankruptcy. Obviously, hopefully none of you have all of these things on here, but it shows the differences between what may or may not be on here. Hopefully in your case it'll be empty. If not, it's okay. We can fix these type of things. Some of them it takes time to take off. Other ones, they might be wrong information. That's why it's so extremely important that you check your credit report. The next section is showing you here credit inquiries. This is a quick fix. It can boost your credit up. It actually is worth 10% of your credit score. So on a 700 credit score, too many inquiries can cost you 70 points, bring you down to a 630. So if these inquiries were not made, we need to take care of that, and we'll do that in a further lesson. All right, now you look at other credit card loans and other debt, and obviously the most important thing you're looking for is your credit score, and they put that at the end of the credit report to kind of get you excited, I guess. Here there's credit cards and loans, and here it shows that you have a Banana Republic, an Old Navy card, what your balance is on there when you open the card. We'll go over all of these in more detail. And then finally, what you were looking for, right? Your credit score. Hopefully many of you have good credit scores, and even if you have a decent credit score, in this case 692, which is showing excellent, but it's pretty good, there's still things that you can do to fix this credit report and get your score up higher. Remember, the higher your credit score, the more beneficial it is, the cheaper you pay for items. Now, I'm showing you another example of a TransUnion. If you ran a TransUnion report, it shows all three of the credit reports as well, but it's in a vertical form here. In the other one, it only showed one. Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And let me explain really quick why we want to see all three. The reason we want to see all three of your credit scores is because some things are reported to certain agencies and some things aren't. It's important to clean up all three of them, and that's what we're going to do in these 30 days. So Congratulations on getting to your first step. You've gotten your credit score, and now we can move forward to the next step. If you have to wait a day because you're upset because it's so low, or you're excited and you're done. Well, if you are and you're done, congratulations. But remember, there's always room for improvement unless you're at 850 or 830 or whatever the major amount is. So let's move on to the next step. If you're ready, whenever you're ready, and go on to the next step. Thanks again, and I will see you there.